Hi guys, so I am going for a sleepover, or because I'm an adult, I guess you would call it just going over to someone's house. So I'm going over to a family member's house, me and my wife, and I'm going to bring some bedwetting products, or in this case, these are adult diapers. Now you could go for, just the Goodnites for discretion if you're looking for that. Of course, you have to understand that if you drink a lot of liquid, you're running the risk of leaks, and what's going to be more embarrassing than wearing a thicker product or more protection is going to be leaks. So imagine explaining that to your friend or family member, you know, um, there is some stains on your bed, or if you don't tell them, they're going to find out later and they're going to be asking questions. So I'm just going to pack some proper protection. I actually think I'm going to grab a couple of Goodnites just in case I decide not to drink much before bed. So what I'm going to start off with here is, if you're going to a friend or family member's house for a sleepover or a stayover, I'm going to absolutely suggest against wearing anything with prints. And even though there's nothing wrong with it, it's just that if someone else finds it, they're going to be like thinking, what's going on here? So normally I would probably wear something like this overnight, and I do wear a lot of plain ones overnight as well. But at home, it doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to avoid bringing the dinosaurs, and I'm going to avoid bringing the barnyards. These are actually extra small, indicated they're teen youth size. They don't really fit me, so I couldn't bring them anyway, but just for example. So I'm just going to bring some plain stuff. These here are Better Dries. I'm going to bring two of them. They're size small. They fit me perfectly. So these are going to be like a moderate absorbency, and then this is Rear Select with single tapes, also plain in design. And these are the Rear's Hybrid Elite, or just hybrid briefs, and they are fairly thick. So and in my case, I'm going to be probably having some adult alcoholic beverages. So if that does end up happening, I am definitely going to need some high protection during the night, because I do actually wet sometimes. But, if you're just drinking a regular amount of fluid, I would suggest maybe, going with something like this, like a moderate absorbency. We can see here that I also have, this is a Prevail overnight. Oh, we're losing our briefs here. And this would be all right for like a light to moderate, although they don't handle a whole ton. But you can see they are a thinner option if we look from the sides. Once you put them on, they're actually quite a bit thinner. So let's move on to the next step. And the next step is actually going to be me grabbing some of my Goodnites. And yes, I am an adult. I do wear Goodnites sometimes. I picked them up on sale. And this is the size, I know it might sound a bit odd to some, this is the size XL, so these do actually work really large, or well, for adults that are smaller, and they would work for, most regular to larger sized teenagers, or maybe older children. Goodnites come in different sizes. They got like medium, large, extra large, I think. So I might just bring 6 just in case. Now I'm only going to use these, and this goes for anyone. You're only going to want to use Goodnites if you've had the absolute bare minimum to drink before bed. So of course you're going to want to empty your bladder fully and not drink much. These would definitely be better than nothing. They're super comfortable, and like if you're at a sleepover, or if even you're an adult, you're wandering around and you want to put these on, discreetly in the bathroom or bedroom before you start wandering around and visiting with people, just in case you do fall asleep on a couch or something like that. Good idea to have them on beforehand, so you can put them on under your pajamas and no one will ever know you're wearing them. They're super discreet and very, thin and quiet. So if this is not an option, because these can be seen through your PJs, just remember, like I said, don't drink much, and these should be okay. But of course, you do run the risk of leaking onto a mattress or a couch or blankets if you do drink too much. Oh, and of course, here is another tip. So as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of diapers here, bedwetting diapers. And the thing is, I'm only staying over at the family member's house for 3 nights. So you're probably thinking, why do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these diapers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Goodnites? Yes, that's way overkill. I'm gonna have to bring a second bag for these, like a second backpack. So here's the backpack I'm bringing my clothes in. But ideally, let's pretend you're going to a friend's house for a sleepover or a stayover or a family member's house. You would think one night, okay, I'm just gonna put one Goodnight, kind of hide it in a hidden pocket, which I do have here, and I'll be set, I'll be good. In the morning, I will just throw some underwear on, throw those in the garbage or a bag or whatever, bring them with you. But here's the thing. Like I said, these aren't super high absorbency. So if you do happen to have an accident or in your sleep and you wake up and, geez, I've only been sleeping for 2 hours and they are filled up, well, now they're not going to have any more capacity. So you're going to run the risk of leaking outside of the underwear. So what I would advise, at least pack a minimum of 2, maybe even 3. Like, they're pretty thin. If you're going to try to hide 1 inside your backpack, you might as well try to hide 2. It's not a big deal, just for that extra security. Now, if you are able to get away with a high absorbency bedwetting diaper like this one can handle multiple accidents. So in this case, you really only need to pack 1 and it will last through the night. Just something else to keep in mind for when you're packing for a sleepover or a stayover. And also, maybe I'm getting a little bit too deep into this, but I'm going to be bringing some diaper rash cream. And so let's go ahead and pack that in our bag. Now I'm just using this Walmart. It's a kind of a cold storage bag, but it's going to work pretty good for my purpose because my backpack is already full. If you're just bringing a couple diapers or a couple Goodnites, then the backpack will be more than sufficient. And this is kind of a mess here, but you can also see that I have some small size kitchen bags. So rather than having a hard time finding diaper bag specific, I just got some vanilla scented ones. So I would suggest getting some scented ones so I don't need the whole box. I'll just bring so many with me, a little handful here. And I'm gonna put them in my overnight bag here, incontinence bedwetting bag, whatever you want to call it. So those are there. I brought more than I thought I would need. This way we can put a diaper in there at a time and keep it odor free, and I can dispose of it when I get a chance. For whatever reason, this bag is kind of hard to keep open. You need 2 hands. So I'm going to pack my overnight diapers just in case I do drink more liquids than expected. And then those 3 on the bottom were more of a heavy absorbency. These are going to be my moderate absorbency. If I drink a little bit, but not that much. And then I'm going to pack my 6 Goodnites, just so that, just in case I don't drink that much at all before bed. And that is it. Let's go ahead and zipper it up. And now the thing is, this does not even look like a diaper bag. It just looks like whatever could be in there. So we'll go ahead and put it right beside my backpack, and that's ready to go. So that's how I pack my bedwetting diapers. You may have a different way. That's a very discreet way of doing it, and no one should be suspicious at all. If you're kind of wondering on how to dispose of these products, if you're staying at a family or friend's house for multiple nights, maybe I'll do a more in-depth video on that in the future. And so right now, all I was concerned about is showing you like what kind of stuff to bring. Remember, don't bring anything that is printed, because people may ask some advanced questions if they find your product, which is very possibly a thing that could happen. So that's it. That's how I pack my bedwetting products, and just offering some tips to you guys as well, because it's kind of a situation or a topic that, not many people talk about typically. So anyway, that's it. I'm over and out.